Namaskar, friends. Very good evening. Today's topic is based on a very interesting book called Mindset. I tell you, my dear friends, this is such a great book that one must, uh, you know, one must read this particular book. And if you don't have time, so I can give you the summary of this particular book in just 10-15 minutes. So if you can just spare 10-15 minutes, I think you can get to have a lot of insights about this great book. This great book title is Mindset, which says that the new psychology of success. It is written by a great author called Carol S. Dweck. So he's the author of this particular book. Now let me divide this particular into 20 sections, which I have made. Okay, so I will explain you about the fixed mindset. I'll give you the definition and characteristics so that you will be able to get the complete insight about what this book is all about and how the author is going to talk to you about how mindset can actually define your personality. So people with a fixed mindset, they believe their abilities, intelligence, and talents are fixed traits, isn't it? Most of the people who are who have the fixed mindset, they always believe their abilities, intelligence, and talents, it is of a fixed trait. Now let me tell you, they think these qualities are innate, which means inborn and cannot be changed or developed. But this mindset leads to a desire to appear intelligent, so they avoid challenges. They give up easily and they see efforts as fruitless. So what it defines as is that fixed mindset is something which will not help you grow in your career. Like, I'll give you an example of it to substantiate my point. What is the example? Like, for example, a student avoids difficult subjects because they believe they are not smart enough to succeed. This will lead to a lack of growth and missed opportunity for learning for those students. So that's the first thing which is talking about fixed mindset. Now second thing is, when it comes to fixed mindset, is impact on learning. Now how do you go about explaining it? My dear friends, in educational setting, a fixed mindset can hinder students learning. They may avoid challenges and feel discouraged by setbacks, believing that their abilities are limited and unchangeable. Let me put it with a fantastic example. There was a student, in fact, a student who struggles with math might think, I'm not just not good enough to solve the mathematical problems. And he will avoid trying to improve on this particular subject, which will result in poor performance and decreased confidence. That is what I mean to say, impact on learning of the fixed mindset. Now what is the third parameter? That is, fixed mindset will not help you grow in your personal and professional life. Let me explain. In personal and professional context, a fixed mindset can limit growth and success. Those individuals who shy away from opportunity for fear of failure and criticism, they always lag behind. Let me put it with another example. The example I will take of an employee who doesn't seek new projects or roles because they fear making mistakes and being judged. Now, if you transform from fixed mindset to a growth mindset, how do you actually be able to get the maximum opportunities at your kitty? So let me explain. People with a growth mindset, they believe their abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, hard work, and learning from mistakes. They always welcome challenges, they persist through obstacles, and they see effort as the path to their mastery. Let me put it through an example. I'm taking an example of an athlete who trains rigorously. He put his best of the efforts, and he seeks feedback and views failures as an opportunity to improve and achieve higher levels of performance. That is called as the growth mindset. Yeah. Now what is the impact on learning when it comes to growth mindset? Let me explain. Now I'm just taking the educational setting. A growth mindset will actually foster a lot of resilience, a love for learning, and a willingness to welcome challenges, embrace challenges. Students with a growth mindset are more likely to persist through difficulties and achieve higher academic success. Let me put it with another example. Like, for example, there's a student who initially struggles with science but continues to study, ask questions, and practice. Eventually, at the end, he will excel in that particular subject, isn't it? Now, let me take it from the prospect of personal and professional life when it comes to changing your mindset to a growth mindset. Let me explain. Now, in personal and professional context, a growth mindset will lead to continuous improvement, adaptability, and a greater sense of achievement. Individuals with a growth mindset are more likely to take on new challenges and learn from their experiences and mistakes. Let me again refine it with an example. An entrepreneur who faces business, specifically failures in the business, but uses each setback or a failure as a learning opportunity to refine their strategy, and ultimately he will find yourself as a successful person and he will 100% succeed in the business whatever he is in. Now let me jump to the next parameter. What is that? Importance of mindset. This importance of mindset actually influence you towards your success. Let me explain. Mindset significantly impacts how individuals approach challenges, handle failures, and achieve success. Actually, a growth mindset will promote resilience, it will promote motivation, and it will focus on learning and continuous improvement. Now, let me quote it with an example. Successful individuals in various fields such as sports, business, art, or maybe in film, they attribute to their achievements to a growth mindset and continuous efforts. They don't shy away in putting their continuous efforts, and they don't shy away in meeting a lot of failures, and at the same time when it comes to failure meeting, they always take it as a learning. Now, mindset in education, how it translates into teaching growth mindset. Let me explain. Educators can foster a growth mindset in students by praising effort, encouraging persistence, and teaching that intelligence can be developed. This approach leads to better academic outcomes and a love for learning. Now, why I'm focusing on learning? Because I believe that mindset in education is something which will help you teach yourself through your mistakes. Let me put an example of a teacher. A teacher who praises a student's effort rather than their innate abilities, like some abilities where the student himself is not confident, he's a bit shy, and the teacher who praises that particular student rather than his innate ability and encourages him to keep trying and improving, the possibility for the individual to grow is very very high. So mindset in education, specifically a teaching growth mindset, can help develop a lot of good students. Now, mindset in sports, like when you change your mindset in sports, you will ensure that your performance is gradually enhancing. Let me explain. Those athletes with a growth mindset are more likely to welcome the changes, learn from failure, and improve their performance. Specifically, coaches can nurture this mindset by focusing on efforts and progress. Let me put it with an example. A coach who emphasizes the importance of a hard work, practice, and learning from losses, leading to a more resilient and successful team. My dear friends, this is what actually I have translated the mindset in sports. Now let me put another perspective in terms of mindset in business. How mindset in business can drive the growth? It can actually help in driving the innovation. It will help driving the success of the overall business. Now let me explain. In the business world, a growth mindset encourages innovation, it will encourage adaptability and continuous improvement. Friends, leaders with a growth mindset can create environments where employees are motivated to learn and take risks. Let me put it with an example. Friends, a company that celebrates failure as a learning opportunity and encourages employees to experiment and innovate can actually ensure that those failures which they have tested, that should not be repeated, and they should step up from these failures every time they encounter these failures. Now, how this mindset in relationship can help? This mindset in relationship can help by building stronger connection between the individuals who are in relationship. Let me explain. A growth mindset in relationship will foster better communication, it will foster empathy, and it will foster problem solving abilities. Individuals who believe they can grow and improve in their interactions are more likely to have successful relationship. Let me put with an example. For example, there is a couple. So a couple who views conflicts as opportunity to understand each other better and strengthen their relationship can actually have a very good relationship, have a very good rapport within their relationship. Now let me jump to how developing a growth mindset in terms of strategic aspect. So let me put it with an example explanation. So, practical strategies for developing a growth mindset include welcoming challenges, learning from criticism, uh, persevering through setbacks, and viewing effort as a path to mastery. So you can actually focus on practicing those strategy for your own development and developing a growth mindset that will welcome lot of challenges, lot of learning, and even criticism by many people, even setbacks. So all those things you will get if you have a developing growth mindset, because when you are in the process of developing, you will have lot of criticism, you will have lot of setbacks, you will have lot of failures. So, what is the example I would like to put? So, setting personal goals, seeking feedback, and celebrating small achievements as a step towards larger success is going to be a success mantra. Now, let me put how this changing your mindset can help you in the practical approach. Let me explain. Steps to shift from a fixed to a growth mindset include recognizing and challenging fixed mindset thoughts and practicing self compassion and adopting a learning oriented approach to life. Why I'm saying so? Because if you have a fixed mindset, possibility for you to have a non flexible nature is going to be very high. I would like to take the example of water. You can put that water anywhere in any particular utensil, and that water will take the shape of that particular utensil. Now if you take the example of stones, can you put stone in glass or bowl or bottle, and all the stones will fix the way water is fixing? No. Why? Because water has got a fixed flexible nature and stone has got a fixed nature. Similarly, your mindset, if it is fixed, you will not be able to adopt as per the adopting changing environment. So there are steps to shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, which includes recognizing and challenging fixed mindset thoughts. You will have to continue challenge your thoughts which are making you going in a straight direction. So you will have to practice self compassion, and you will have to adopt a learning oriented approach in life, and you will not have to be so adamant towards anything. Like for example, I take my example. If I say and if I believe that I'm happy, why should I go into learning artificial intelligence? Why should I go learning a lot of books? Why should I go learning medical aspects or medicines and all those stuff? If I have that fixed mindset, I will not be able to step up in my career. But I will have to be very flexible and will have to change as per the changing scenario. That will help me grow in my career. So the example is reframing negative thoughts like I can't do this, and you can transform this thought of I can't do this to I can learn and improve with efforts. My dear friends, I will tell you one thing. It is very difficult for those teachers or those mentors to change those people who have got a fixed mindset. Let me put it other way. There are certain set of people who will always say, sir, I really don't know, but I want to know. And there are some set of people who will say, sir, I don't know, and I also don't want to know. Now the ball is at your court. You fall into the category of you don't know and you want to know, or you don't know and you don't want to know. So that is something which will decide your destiny. So you will have to reframe negative thoughts like I can't do this to I can learn and improve with efforts. Of course, you will encounter a lot of setbacks, you will encounter a lot of failures, and you will encounter a lot of criticism. But at the same time, you will have to continue catching all those criticisms and failures, and all these setbacks, and then you will have to make them as a stepping stone to even step ahead in your life. Now let me put mindset and mental health, how it will help in promoting well-being. Mindset and mental health will help promoting your well-being. I'll give you an example, explanation rather. Example I will give you later on. The explanation is a growth mindset contribute to better mental health by relaxing and reducing anxiety. You can help yourself by reducing depression and overall stress. It will encourage individuals to view challenges as an opportunity for growth rather than threat. So that SWOT analysis of yours you can always have, wherein strength, weakness you will have to see within you, and opportunity and threat you will have to see outside. And then there comes the need of mapping that. So a growth mindset will contribute to better mental health by reducing your all kind of psychosocial issues, and it will encourage individuals to view challenges as an opportunity for growth rather than threat. Let me put this other way around, like for with an example. Now, someone who views setbacks as a temporary and surmountable is less likely to experience prolonged distress and more likely to take proactive steps towards well-being. That is what it is. Yeah. Now let me put the mindset of a parenting. When it comes to mindset in parenting, you can actually help nurturing the growth. How? Parents can actually instill a growth mindset in children by praising efforts, encouraging perseverance, and teaching that the ability can be developed. This leads to more resilient and motivated children. So, in parenting, if you have, as a parent, if you can instill a growth mindset in your children by continuously praising them, and while they do commit mistake, because they are children, they will 100% tend to cause a lot of encounter mistakes, and they will definitely change or shift from their progressive path. But as a parent, you will have to ensure that you instill a growth mindset in the child by continuously praising him, and you can actually imbibe the factor called as you can do it, you can do it, and you can do it. This will lead to more resilience as in the children when it comes to motivation. Let me put with the example: a parent who praises their children hard work in learning a new skill rather than just the outcome. My dear friends, like I'll give you once again the example of my daughter. I always tell my daughter to continue putting her efforts in studies, whatever is the outcome, whether she gets 90% or she gets 100% or even she gets 70%. I would not mind, because I would just tell that you should have a destination, you should have a goal in life. But what you have to do is you will have to move on, and you will have to keep learning, and you will have to keep experiencing the failures. I definitely, you will continue to experience failure while you are moving in this journey. But what is more important is the journey, what is more important is the process, what is more important is the commitment towards your whatever you are doing. So that is what I tell my daughter, that you should put your best of the efforts, and don't bother about what is going to be the outcome. If you have sincerely put your best of the efforts, you have dedicated yourself towards your mission and goal, of course, if you are in the right direction, 99% you will get that destiny. But in case if you don't get the destiny, then don't lose your heart. Continue working that, because failures are not something which one should take as a setback. Rather, failure, one should take it as a one more stepping stone to go ahead. Now let me put this mindset and leadership, how this mindset can help you become a great leader. You can actually lead with a growth mindset. Let me explain. Leaders with a growth mindset inspire and motivate their team by fostering a culture of learning, innovation, and resilience. They encourage risk taking and view failure as a learning opportunity. Let me put it with another example. A manager who supports employees in taking on challenging projects rather, and provide constructive feedback to help them, they will they will together grow, and the organization will grow. So what is important when it comes to leadership mindset? It is the growth mindset in leading. So as a leader with a growth mindset, you will have to continuously inspire and motivate your team members by fostering a culture of learning and innovation. And you will see the manager who supports employees in taking on challenges will definitely find a very constructive outcome out of their whole overall efforts. Now, how this mindset can challenge in developing a growth mindset? There are certain challenges when it comes to the development of a growth mindset. Let me tell you what are those challenges. In developing a growth mindset can be challenging due to deeply integrated belief, because coming out of your comfort zone is very important. If you have been doing anything for years together, for me suggesting you to change is very easy, but for you to actually put it into practice is very difficult. Why? Because these changes are so very deeply integrated, these beliefs are so very deeply integrated in your subconscious mind that it is so very difficult for you to come out of that. And you will have a pressure, societal pressure, and a fear of failure as well, because you will believe that what you have been doing in the past, if you shift from that, or if you change your beliefs, possibility of failure is going to be very high, and how society is going to accept it. So overcoming these challenges, they require persistence, self awareness, and a support from others. And at the same time, you should have that kind of courage to accept the failure, because if you are actually trying to shift from a stagnant uh, you know sorry, hard mindset to a flexible mindset, possibility for you to have lot of discomfort and distress is very very high. Let me put it with the example: an individual who faces criticism and setbacks but continues to focus on learning and self improvement is the one who can actually have significant development in his or her career. Now, how mindset and creativity will enhance your innovation? That's the next point. Mindset and creativity will enhance the innovation, as a growth mindset enhances creativity by encouraging experimentation, embracing failures, learning from mistake, and it leads to greater innovation and problem solving abilities. Let me put with the example: an artist who tries new techniques and learns from unsuccessful attempts ultimately create a very unique and innovative work. Because, like for example, if there is an artist who is trying a new techniques while painting, take it the example of a painter, and he's getting a lot of failures. Sometimes his paintings are getting destroyed, or they are getting absolutely not, they are not able to make the paintings as per their own expectations. So they will have a lot of unsuccessful attempts. So ultimately what will have, these unsuccessful attempts will give him a unique opportunity to innovatively learn from their own mistake. Now, how this mindset and resilience can overcome adversity? Let me explain. A growth mindset will foster resilience by helping individuals view their challenges and opportunity to learn and grow. It enables them to bounce back from adversity and persist through difficulty. You will definitely encounter a lot of criticism, I told you, but what you have to do is you will have to bounce back. My dear friends, to me, an individual, successful individual, is not the one who has not fallen. To me, a successful individual is the one who has fallen multiple times, but from every fall he has learned something, and he has eventually lead to success. So that is the successful person in my eyes. So let me give you the example: a person who loses their job but uses the experience to develop new skill and find a better career path is the one who is actually learning from their mistakes and having a kind of resilience in overcoming the adversities. So he has actually lost the job because of some or other lack of knowledge on that, on a specific subject. But at the same time, if he has developed a new skill, and he can always go for finding a great job. So how this mindset and lifelong learning can actually welcome the continuous improvement? Let me put it with the explanation. A growth mindset will always promote lifelong learning and continuous improvement. It will encourage individuals to seek new knowledge, adapt to changes, and keep growing throughout their lives. That is what it is. How? Let me put you an example. Suppose there is an older adult, okay, who takes up new hobbies, learns new technology, and continue to grow intellectually and socially, will have a learning mindset, and he will continues to improve irrespective of what is his class, what is his qualification, and what is his age. Yeah. So the conclusion, overall conclusion, let me not stretch it further. I'll give you some conclusion in this few lines, 2 or 3 lines. So what is the recap? The recap is the key points and their significance. You will have to encourage, you will have to go for encouragement to adopt a growth mindset for personal and professional growth. That is the overall summary, which I will request you that whenever you are adamant about doing anything which actually can give you a lot of opportunity to grow in your career, you will have to encourage yourself to adopt to that growth mindset and shift from that fixed mindset for both personal and professional growth. So friends, when it comes to different mindset which I have told you, the mindset in education, mindset in sports, mindset in business, mindset in relationship, mindset in mental health, mindset in parenting, leading, creativity, resilience, and long life learning. So there is a subset of the mindset which I've told you with the explanation and the example, and I believe these strategies will help you grow in your career. So friends, thank you very much for being with me. I anticipate and expect that you will encourage lot of adoption in your life and will change your fixed mindset to the growth mindset for your personal as well as professional growth. And you will see, my dear friends, if you have that kind of flexible mindset, possibility for you to adopt to the social changing or changes, or other competitive changes which are happening, is going to be very very high. You will be able to easily adopt to the changing scenario, because you have a flexible mindset. So I believe this attempt of mine, giving you the complete summary of this great book called Mindset, is going to definitely bring a lot of change in you, from changing your fixed mindset to the growth mindset. So wishing you thank all the very best for changing your mindset, and thank you very much for being with me and listening to my videos. Thanks a lot.